And all it would have taken for Rachel Meghan Markle to avoid this would have been for her to give her a little role here and there, introduce her to Ted Sarandos, get her a little show, throw her a bone here and there, but no. Well. It could not be happening to a more deserving person than Rachel Meghan Markle. Now she's gonna know how it feels when one of your very, very own, someone who knows your dirty secrets, somebody who lied for you, has come on the record, and she is battling for life right now to block that interview. This is why I said that Meghan Markle is the dumbest woman on earth, because this woman doesn't know how to keep friendships. Even as soon as she thinks that she's above them, she absolutely trashes, discards them, and doesn't even think that one day the toes that she's stepping on today may be attached to the ass she will have to kiss tomorrow.
Discuss everything with her, I assume.
You're correct.
And so when she first said to you, yikes, I think I'm going to go out with a prince, what was that conversation?
Well, she didn't tell me that, she didn't tell me about the first date. I'm not sure if everybody tells everybody about their first dates, but it was pretty clear very soon after that she had found her soulmate.
Is Meghan going to meet him? Do you mind if I ask?
She knows all about him. She's one of my best friends.
Did you know about Carrie when she first met him?
Of course, yeah.
I love it. Great.
What do we know about this mysterious woman, Paula?
Hello, my beautiful people. This is Paula M. Please don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Leave your comments. What we're going to talk about today is about Rachel Meghan Markle and how destructive when really somebody from the inner circle breaks ranks like Prince Harry did with the family. But unlike Prince Harry, this person is telling the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
I just didn't want to be alive anymore. We didn't see it until the world saw it. And it's interesting. Oh my God.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I talk to them all of the time. We watch the special together.
Meghan Markle doesn't think before she acts. She's the kind of woman that believes, oh, I've used you, you're no longer a use for me, I'm done. But can you imagine having somebody come out and say, no, you don't do that to me. They're all snakes. What do you expect snakes to do? They bite. They're treasonous. So when one of them, the D-list, made it big, the other D-listers thought, oh my goodness, I'm gonna lie for this woman. I am going to say whatever it takes. I'm gonna go on record. I'm gonna say this. I'm going to say that. Imagine this person goes to the wedding, but this person has known Meghan Markle for at least 17 years. And she's one of the few who has survived, or who had survived up until 2023, the chopping block. But she made a cardinal sin, which is she laughed at something funny that was said about Meghan Markle. And it was shown to the public. It was very funny. And yet, she didn't think it was funny. Meghan, of course, because she has zero sense of humor and because it's a very touchy subject. It's about the children. Somebody made a joke. A very A-lister made a joke very publicly about the kids, the skin color of the kids, and how everybody, black person, everybody wonders, even the black people, when this A-lister goes and does a show on Netflix, basically says that it wasn't racist what the royal family said, but it was actually very normal. And he said it in a very funny way. And then the screen cuts and shows Meghan's now former friend laughing. That was it for Meghan Markle. That was it for her, because she can't handle anybody calling her out, especially because she knows, and this is my very humble opinion, that those children, she did not give birth to any of those children. And people should quit enabling her. I know that there's some other channels that say, oh yeah, she did. If this woman had given birth to those children, this woman would have been parading it for reals, guys. For real, for real, for real. This woman would have been parading it like crazy. But she's not, is she? She would have been, endorsing baby food. She would have been talking about her morning sickness. She would have posed, like now she's doing the baby mama dance. Are you telling me that doing that baby mama dance is less embarrassing than actually taking a picture, a very tasteful picture showing her tummy? Of course not. But Meghan can't help but be Meghan. Meghan can't help it. And this friend has lied. She has continuously lied. She went in this morning in UK and gave an interview, of which I leave the link at the bottom so you can watch her lie her teeth right through her veneers or whatever.
An elderly monarch with her husband in hospital, who is dealing with that in the middle of a pandemic with hundreds of thousands of people dying around the world. Why would they want to nuke their family in public?
I don't think the intention was to nuke them. I think it was just finally a chance to tell their truth. Meghan's always been a very open person. She's always shared parts of herself in the way that we always do, but that all changed when she joined the family. We watched as a wall was built around her. She was very isolated. And even though that wasn't her choice, she was being completely slaughtered for it. And I can personally say that made me very angry. I wanted to defend her, but she was told to tell us never to make a comment because the institution would protect them. And years later, we see now that that was not the truth, but we're in a new era.
This woman is actually not particularly talented. She's a Meghan Markle, but unlike marrying a prince, she didn't marry anybody. And then on top of that, when she's interviewed, she shades Meghan because Meghan is praised. Oh, did you see? Oh my God. And how can we not praise her for going to Wimbledon?
Is it crazy to think that one of your best friends is a princess?
No.
You knew it? Like you had...
I mean, it's weird to say no, but I mean it. Yeah. She is brilliant. She's one of my most brilliant friends. She's the classiest woman I know, and I'm not surprised.
And she's doing an unbelievable job with Wimbledon and all of her appearances. It's incredible.
What do you do to do a good job at Wimbledon? She didn't play, did she? So she went. She did a great job going to a sports event that somebody else played at.
But you still have to have exactly what you talked about. You have to portray class. I mean, it's the royal family.
No, she is classy. She just came out that way. She was raised right. Doria is one hell of a woman. Her father's a great man.
The shade is real. And what is worse is that this woman already gave the interview. This woman thought that Meghan Markle was going to feature her on her cooking show. This woman thought that this Meghan Markle was going to be her way in to getting more shows in Netflix if she lied for her about how she got Harry. If she lied for her about the children. If she lied for her about how she stalked Harry. But Meghan Markle is not a grateful person. You see, gratitude is a very important trait to have. It's a quality to have gratitude. Meghan has none. Meghan doesn't feel gratitude. She feels entitlement. And she feels outraged when what she perceives to be that people have to bow to her, they don't do it. So Meghan, she used her. This woman went and made a fool of herself on pretty much all newspapers, vouching for this woman, knowing full well that she was lying. And now when she needs Meghan, and she needed Meghan to kind of help her with Ted Sarandos, introduce her to Ted Sarandos and, pitch her for shows and stuff like that. What did Meghan do, guys? What do you think Meghan did? Of course, Meghan Markle Markled her. She is absolutely horrendous, this woman. And she went after 2 years of being ghosted, but Meghan Markle just didn't ghost her. She went even further. She found out that Meghan Markle blocked her from 3 and kind of has blacklisted her for those roles, for any roles, which is no bueno. It is no bueno. Because we know that Meghan Markle just doesn't walk away. She has to make sure she destroys you on her way out. But what happens when two snakes are fighting? And you know, right now, Meghan Markle's reputation is down in the dumps. And unfortunately, Meghan Markle now can't make amends with this person, because this person has come out and said quite a few things that not only will it end Meghan Markle for good in Hollywood, but also Harry, and will expose the royal family. It is absolutely shocking.
2 boys from my class said, "Yeah, that's where women belong, in the kitchen." I remember feeling shocked and angry, and also just feeling so hurt. It just wasn't right, and something needed to be done.
You know, I knew very little about the institution, but I did know that if they had ended up together, that she would be able to continue the humanitarian work that she has been doing her entire life.
I think just naturally, I was doing what I've always loved to do, and people couldn't see that more broadly, but what I'd love to do was always make things in my kitchen, do small flower arrangements, make a lot of jam.
And Janina Gavankar is not messing around. This woman is going for the throat. This woman will be the end of Rachel Meghan Markle, because as she repeatedly said, I am her best friend. We've known each other for 17 years. I know everything about her, and she knows everything about me. But you see, she doesn't have skeletons to hide, because the only skeletons to hide that she has are the ones from Meghan Markle. She knows where the bodies are buried, because there were Soho girls. There were yacht girls. She knew what Meghan was up to. They're both liars. You know, and all it would have taken for Rachel Meghan Markle to avoid this would have been for her to give her a little role here and there, introduce her to Ted Sarandos, you know, get her a little show, you know, throw her a bone here and there. But no, you lied for me. I'm done with you. I don't need you anymore. I've moved up the ladder. But she forgot. You do not mess around with that. You do not mess around with your accomplice. You do not mess around with the person who knows your secrets. And we're not talking like little secrets, big ones. So what do you think, beautiful people? Do you think that Meghan deserves this? Do you think she'll manage to block it? Because Janina is standing firm. Have you noticed how she hasn't been there since 2023 after she laughed at Meghan Markle? Because Chris Rock did that joke about the kids. So it's going to be very juicy, because unlike Harry and unlike her, they never told secrets about the royal family. They defamed the royal family. They lied about the royal family. Janina is coming with receipts, and very juicy receipts. So finally we're going to get to see something. Unless they give her a lot of money, which I don't see that happening. But she already gave the interview. Meghan is trying to block it. Let's see what happens, beautiful people, because this is going to be a page turner. And I wonder if they're going to discredit her. I wonder if they're going to trash her. I wonder if they're going to, I mean, she can't claim racism because the woman is actually Hindu. So what do you think is going to happen between these two snakes? I'm sorry to laugh, but it's true.
But on the other side, I know that the family and the staff were well aware of the extent of it. And though their recollections may vary, ours don't, because we lived through it with them. And there are many emails and texts to support that.